week on NBA 2K TV.
Up next, for DA Jacob. Well, look, he can impact the game in so many ways. DA, thank you. Now the starting group for Orlando. Hunter is out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Bertans in at the power forward position. And for Seattle, Parker out there with Nance. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Harris. And it's Turner in at the 5. Now here's Lillard. And it's sent back by Lopez. Bledsoe against Lillard. Now here's Bledsoe. Defense right on him. And here's James outside. The rebound by Turner. And here's Seattle. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Here's Hunter. Jabari Parker making his last shot. 5 to shoot. 3-pointer. And that one's good. James.
LeBron James can beat you from anywhere on the floor, inside, mid-range, or from deep.
Parker outside. Back to Nance. And it's sent back by Lopez. Parker dishes to Nance. Lillard from outside. That shot misses. Bledsoe with the defensive effort.
Just 1 of 4 from the floor, not the start they were looking for here.
Bertans' shot is good.
Decent at spotting his teammates. You know, Bledsoe is good, I think, at reading the defense and then recognizing when he's got an open teammate.
Now here's Lillard. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Here's James. The rebound by Turner.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Here's Harris. No good off the back of the rim. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Pete Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
And LeBron James Clark climbing the all-time scoring list, last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Now here's Parker. After LeBron James's miss, launches it. Harris, no good. Parker against James. Can't hit that one. Seattle goes the other way with it.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
They recover it. Tries yet again, and he lays it up and in.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Now here's Bledsoe, coming off a solid outing against Charlotte. Now here's Bertans, guarded by Harris, to the paint. Here's Lopez, and it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
Now here's Lillard. Harris outside. For 3, hits the three-point bomb.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up the controller and fire.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
This is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got LeBron James. Now there's Bertans out there with Brook Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe, and it's Hunter in at the 2.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
Here's Lillard. To halt the run. And James pulls it down.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
Here's Hunter. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Ball's knocked loose. Nance, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
And that one's good. Hunter's got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Lillard kicks to Harris. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt. Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the others. That's how you succeed in this league.
LeBron James on the wing, covered by Parker.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Down low, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
You know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
And a wide open look for James. Finds himself wide open and drills it. LeBron's got 11. Lillard scanning the floor, and it's sent back by Lopez. And the Magic with possession. They're on a 13-5 run here. James against Parker. Bledsoe outside. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Lillard, the pass to Harris. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. And Turner kicks to Parker. Great D that time from James.
And that is a textbook example of how to...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. Some good moments from both teams. And that should do it.
for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at James, what a contribution.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Seattle. Hands out there with Turner. Then it's Jabari Parker. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Lillard in a point. He gets it in there. Mark a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points, and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to mind for me, Lou Williams. A designated role of scoring the basketball in limited minutes. And when he gets it going, watch out. Nobody quite like Lou Williams putting it in the basket as a role player.
And the rejection by James.
Using his length and timing and bounce to perfection there. LeBron James, excellent shot block.
Seattle trails by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And finished off by LeBron.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Here's Lillard. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Lillard's got 6 points.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
The kick out to Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Seattle. They trail by 14. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that's the third of 4 straight played at home. And the first time out of the game called for Seattle.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
Left side, Harris. Over Hunter. Here's Nance. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Hunter, the pass to James. Now, here's Hunter. For 3, Bledsoe drills the three-pointer. 11 points in the game. And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duty.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
James outside. Pass to Lopez. Back to James. No good that time. Excellent D there from Parker. Seattle trails by 17. Lillard dishes to Harris. Back to Lillard. From outside the arc. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Bertans kicks to Hunter. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Passes to Bledsoe. And Orlando again with the bucket. Here's Lillard. He has 6. To stop the drought. And it's Lillard again missing.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Bledsoe is out there with Hunter. Then there's Davis Bertans. Then it's Brook Lopez. And it's James in at the small forward position. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic?
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
He gets that one. 10 points for Damian Lillard.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Lopez passes to LeBron. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. LeBron's got 19 points.
Boy, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Orlando leading by 19 points. And James throws it down.
And, you know, this is where James is most dangerous, attacking and looking to tear into that defense.
Harris outside. Mark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Seattle. 19-point game. Parker outside. Pass to Nance. Orlando grabs the miss. James has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Orlando.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Semi Ojeleye is checked in for Nance. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Jabari Parker. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Teague in for Lillard. There's the pass to Teague. Pass to Ojeleye. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
Man, I like how Teague sets the table, keeping his eyes up so he can spot the open teammate. Nice.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Portis. Seattle grabs the miss. Here's Huerter. Passes it to Teague. Over Moore. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. And so it's Orlando taking this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.